once you have like a big video take off,
I did change them a little bit and they all went over 1 million views.
oh my God, things are going viral. What do I do? What do I do?
It's very unique. I've never seen anything like it.
It's this video that got served up to me on my homepage of this very small creator. The guy's name's Ian on YouTube. It says he has 78,000 subscribers now, but from what I can tell, most of those came within the last like couple of weeks because he's been on YouTube for like 15 years. And he works at a 7-Eleven full time, and some people listening to probably like, oh yeah, I saw this guy. And for like 15 years was just uploading stuff and nothing ever came of his channel really. And then all of a sudden, just a couple of weeks ago, he posted a video that was like super relatable and it blew up. So I guess actually technically went viral before this bigger one, which was I'm 30 years old making $20 working at retail 7-Eleven. That got 270,000 views. And then within a couple days later, he made one that says, why am I 30-year-old working at a dead end retail job? And that one got 1.2 million views. And you can see the impact on his channel, how every video after that is like 100,000 views. But it's not like he didn't post similar videos to this before this, although he was kind of all over the place for a long time. If you look at like the rest of his channel, you might go, well, a lot of those videos have views. Well, so the way YouTube works is typically what happens is once you have like a big video take off, or your back catalog gets served to the people who just recently saw your new video. So for example, there's this video that says, why you'll never make it as a YouTube creator. This is like one of his videos from 3 months ago. You look at it and you go, well, it's got 2,000 views. That's not bad. Well, for the first 89 days, it only had 700 views. It's only within the last couple of days, because his other videos took off, that it got another 1,500 views in the last couple of days. Have you seen this guy, John?
Oh man, I just want to talk to him and say, change your description and your top link, because the subscribe button is right next to it. You don't need to. What are you doing? I just want to help him. I want to change it for him.
We might see if we can get him on the podcast, because his story would be very interesting. He has 1,200 videos.
Yeah, there's something to be said about niche importance here, because even my channel, the biggest video I ever had was about That 70s Show. It was an iceberg video. And so like I kept posting stuff about creators, self-help, and trying not to overthink and random stuff, and they didn't do so well. And then like something pops off and YouTube kind of finds your audience again, or it finds a new audience that you're serving up content to. I'm seeing a lot more videos, or a lot more channels that have different niches that once something pops off, then they know, and they can just keep pushing stuff like that, and they don't delete their old stuff, and I didn't either.
So I'm looking on his channel, and he just posted a video 5 days ago about reaching 50,000 subscribers. So he's gotten 20,000 in the last 5 days. And my guess is he probably got the 50 probably, again, I don't know what he had before all this, but obviously viral success.
First of all, it's cool that guy posted that, because 4 days ago I posted 30,000 subscribers in 10 days. This is crazy. And now it's at 70,000, roughly 70,000. It seems like it did the exact same thing for him that it did for me. When I finally had something pop off on YouTube, I knew I had these other shorts that did really well on Instagram, and I had uploaded them to YouTube back then too, and they only did like 2,000, 3,000 views, something like that. And so when this one short, it was a new storytime short, when it was popping off and it was at about 1 million views, I was thinking, well, how is this any different from those? So what I did was I deleted them off YouTube, and I went back to my Premiere project files, and I re-exported them with new metadata, and I added subtitles over them. So it did change. I did change them a little bit, and then I re-uploaded them to YouTube, and they all went over 1 million views. It's like once YouTube knew that this was like my audience, then everything that I posted after that, it's assuming it's similar content, and it shows it to them. So I do have some of my views in the backlog going a little bit higher. But nothing like, hey, here's another 1 million view, here's 2 million views, nothing like that. So if you do have very similar content, and it's proven that you know that this will do well, then you can do that again. But I would just make sure to re-export it with new metadata and delete it from your channel first. Don't do double uploads.
Yeah.
How you can prove it to yourself is the question, though. How do you know it's proven? Well, Instagram has a trial feature that you can upload your shorts or whatever. I'm talking shorts. If you want to upload it to Instagram, click on the trial and then see if the audience responds to it. And if they do, then you can go ahead and make it public for your followers or whatever. But if they respond to it, then you know it's good, and then you can delete it off your YouTube channel, re-export it with metadata, and put it up. That's the exact sequence of events that I did.
Yeah, I think it's important to understand that like a lot of people want to go viral, but they don't necessarily know what happens when you do. And just for every person that takes the viral moment and is successful with it and blows up, there are a ton of people that went viral one time and then never again because they didn't understand what happened and what to do next. And it's super important to understand if your moment comes, doubling down is the first thing you need to do. But understanding what that even means is perhaps more important. And that's what we talk about here on the podcast. Like, what does that mean? And the answer is very simple. When someone watches that video, what's the next video they would like to see from you? About what subject? About what topic? What type of thumbnail they're going to click on? And those are the things that are going to help you make another successful video. So I was doing coaching. I had people go, oh my God, things are going viral. What do I do? What do I do? And we have a strategy. We actually have a strategy. I would go through everything and go, okay, we'll do this next. We'll do this next. We have to look long-term. What do we do when things start to slow down? Because they will. Like, how do we continue to make it interesting? So what happens when you go viral? This. And this young man is doing a good job because the thing he went viral for is the thing he's already kind of doing. Now, having said that, if you look at his content, he's all over the place generally. Only a couple months ago, he was doing this thing called stealth camping. I don't know what that is. But in the moment, he was already doing the 7-Eleven content. So he can just keep doing the content he's doing and do very well. And it's an unusual topic that not a lot of people are doing, but is interesting. So cool stuff.
It's very unique. I've never seen anything like it.
I haven't either.